When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Kansas State Wildcats, Bill Snyder Family Stadium. As we'll see one of the top teams in this conference, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Kansas State Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Try to get it to the edge. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Let's take a wide view for a second of Kansas State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder. Haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Johnson wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Edwards. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Kansas State will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Branch. They can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll keep possession, but boy, they have to deal with a huge loss on that one.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
And the Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Looking for a deep man. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Out of the gun, the give to the back. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Guys, let's just think for a second about Kansas State. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited.
Free up the gut. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Gets rid of it. Got a man. It's Edwards. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I know everyone's yelling like you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But if you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a 3rd down. And guess what? Nowadays, 4th down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. He caught it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas State!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They go to the ground. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Stockton. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Now, last year, there were long stretches in which the Georgia offense hardly looked like a well-oiled machine. Now the quarterback's transferred, new full-time starter in there. I think it's fair to say, David, that the Dogs need more from the quarterback position this season.
They do need more, but I tell you what, they didn't help him the whole spot around, right? The offensive line, running backs, receivers, it was kind of below average for every position, but the quarterback is the tone setter, the captain, and having a guy like Gunner at the helm, man, this is a dude they all trust, they all respect, and I expect this offense to bounce back in a big way.
Makes the grab. It's Robinson.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
And the Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Could this guy be the next receiver to bring home a Heisman Trophy? He's got everything you look for in a game changer at the receiver position. He's off to a great start in this one.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Branch. Now the pitch. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Ooh, quarterback lucky that one wasn't picked. You got to be really careful down here in the red zone because these windows are small and defenders close on the ball. That one should have been an INT.
To throw, it's Stockton. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On third down, going up top. Looking left. Another incompletion on third down.
If they're able to make that pick, they're wiping points off the board. But because he dropped it, now it's fourth down. And, of course, they're still in field goal range with an opportunity to score 3.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Right back to the well. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Quarterback may change this route. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here on third down for this offense. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted. K-State sends the punt team onto the field, ready to boot it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looking to throw on first down. Fires left. It's complete. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Man, anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays, game after game, play after play, and you see him featured in this offense for a reason. He's one of the best in the country, not just at the wide receiver position, period. This guy's in the Heisman Trophy conversation as a receiver.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the left side. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Wanting to move the chains, here comes Georgia on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. Plucks it out of the air. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole and the quarterback throwing a strike.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. He has the first and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks into the open. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Absolute shank. Missed it. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Branch. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Frazier. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Moves away as he feels pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
Well, that inside linebacker is a freak of nature for multiple reasons, and it's hard for a lot of these smaller running backs to have to pick him up in pass pro, not just because of his speed, but he's also big and strong.
Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got a man. It's Humphries. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Now he's looking into the middle. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Got it in the middle, it's Oakland. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. 1st down. Johnson looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Makes the grab. It's Edwards. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll immediately call timeout.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nice defensive play. Get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to pass, it's Stockton. Complete in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Dumps it to the back. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
One more snap coming before halftime. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. They'll try to get it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Kansas State will kick it off to start things in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Just a step short of midfield as he goes out of bounds, and what a spectacular return. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's Branch. He'll toss it. Nice move there. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
We know this guy is in contention right now for the Heisman Trophy, and this late in the year, if you're going to bring that home, you've got to put up big stat games, right? Had over 100 rushing yards his last time out. He's doing it again today. He is turning it on late this season.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season, but this offense just can't find a way to get it going, and I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
To the air, it's Stockton. With the catch, it's Branch. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all.
There he goes. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He's shoved out of bounds right at the 6-yard line as they were able to at least keep him out of the end zone.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Dogs! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Alabama is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe the Tide can't roll back into this one. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Louisville. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hauls it in. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Johnson wants to throw it. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes you get open using speed, but sometimes it's pure physicality. This receiver does a great job using his hands, and then he's able to fight his way to the inside. At the end of the day, he just wanted that football more.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Edwards. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Motion from the wideout. The give on the inside. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kansas State.
On 1st and goal, let's see what Kansas State calls. Johnson looking to throw. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only 1st down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Marches ahead. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to
throw to the end zone, picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Are you kidding me? Lucky number 7. He's got 7 interceptions on the season, consistently around the ball. High IQ, breaks on the football great. This guy just makes play after play after play.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
Got a good one going here. All tied up in the 3rd. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. How about the big tight end keeping his concentration off that deflection?
And a lot of times you see those contested catches, but the deflected catches, those are just good bounces. Nice job by the big fella, continue to concentrate and see the football, but a nice break for that thing to bounce right to him.
Wildcat look didn't give much, picked up a few on that one.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Motion from the back. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Snags it over the middle. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Johnson wants to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Edwards.
Guys out in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice jow on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Got to like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Going up top again. Steps away to find some room. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to scramble. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Georgia. And what a turn of events as this defense gets to pick 6. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter. And how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
Bunch formation for these receivers. The give from the gun. Past the 1st down marker and still running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Pressure coming. And the 45 on its way. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the 1st down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Johnson looking to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Takes it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Yeah, and in 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass it. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Catch in the middle. It's dealt. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
I'll say this, not a lot of coaching staffs out there would want to go for it on 4th down with the lead here late in the game, but they're going to stay aggressive. They just believe in their own players to go out and execute, and they did it right there.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game's pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides to back on the option to give. Let's take a wide view for a second of Kansas State. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account. And it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Johnson wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And the Wildcats come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires on the run. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost.